Welcome to the shed again, and our reading today is in Psalm 4, a psalm of David, a companion psalm to Psalm 3, really, a time of great trouble for David as his son Absalom takes over in Jerusalem and David is on the run. Verse 1, answer me when I call to you, O my righteous God, or I prefer another translation, O God of my righteousness. Give me relief from my distress. Be merciful to me and hear my prayer. So this is a prayer from the heart of David to his Lord. And obviously from this opening verse, he is in great distress. That word distress is a very powerful word, isn't it? I am distressed, he could say. And it means things are really pressing in on me. I feel confined. I feel as if I'm in a strait. I'm in great distress, and I'm praying, dear Lord, for relief. Lord, take away these restrictions, this distress. Give me space. That's what is the essence of this prayer. O God of my righteousness, I realize that you are God, and I'm dependent on you. And then that word, be merciful, that's another powerful Bible word. And in different places, it's translated in different ways. Give me relief, give me help. Or my favorite interpretation of it is, or translation of it, oh, be gracious to me, oh Lord. I need your help. And you know, when we are in distress, when we are facing problems, oh, here's the place to come. Come in prayer to your Father, to our great God, and his grace. He is merciful and he is gracious, and his grace is sufficient for all our needs. You are very welcome, as always, to spend this time with me in the shed. A very, very welcome visitor. I must tell you this. You might hear from time to time the birds singing, and I love having the birds in the garden, and I feed the birds. But I came into the shed this morning, and I had an unwelcome visitor in the shed, a little mouse, and he's after the seed. And I bought a big bag of seed, so there's enough in that bag for him for the rest of his life. It reminded me of the story of Charles Haddon Spurgeon, that famous preacher in London years ago. And he was speaking on the text, my grace is sufficient for you, in 2 Corinthians chapter 12. And he's saying, how can I get it across that God is so big and our problems are small compared to the greatness of our God? And he thought of a little mouse happening upon those huge silos in Egypt during the famine in Joseph's time. And this little mouse happens upon this grain in the silo, and he thinks to himself, wow, this is fantastic. But I better take it easy because I don't want to use it all up. And Spurgeon apparently commented, you silly little mouse, there's far more grain in that silo than you could ever eat. Oh, when we come to our need and our distress, and we come to a God of infinite resources, and out of those infinite resources, he gives and gives and gives again to those who seek him. David found that grace, and in this psalm, he goes on to say, know that the Lord has set me apart, the godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call to him. In your anger, do not sin. That's a very important piece of advice, isn't it? Because we do get angry. Why is this happening to me? Why this and why so on? In your anger, do not let that anger turn. Anger is not necessarily wrong, but when we sin because we're angry, of course, that is wrong. In your anger, do not sin. When you are on your bed, search your hearts and be silent. offer right sacrifices and trust in the Lord. And the conclusion of the psalm in verse 8 is, I will lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. And he has prayed, and the psalm ends with, I am receiving that grace, and I'm able to lie down now. I feel the distress, I feel hemmed in, but I can lie down in peace because you, Lord, alone make me dwell in safety. Oh, we come to him again today, and we bring our needs and those problems to him, and we know that he is gracious, that he is merciful. He will help us in our time of trouble. Well, the Lord bless you, and have a good day. And I'm going to look out for this mouse now. God bless you. Amen.